Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, and maybe more interestingly, happy June. It is the first of a new month, and I wanted to talk about this upcoming month because, well, as far as football content goes, we are entering the slow period. One of a couple different periods of the year when there's really nothing going on in terms of football stuff. It's right after the Super Bowl for a little bit there. It's dead before free agency, and then after the draft, plus maybe a couple of weeks to because you're still riding the high of the draft. But there really isn't a whole lot to talk about right now with this team, right? We have OTAs going on. We're going to have a few more OTA sessions in June. I know that. You're probably going to hear about some other stuff as well. We might get a contract extension. We might get a release of a significant player. But realistically, now that we are more than a month beyond the 2022 NFL draft, and now that we are past the first segment of OTAs, there really just isn't a whole lot that's going to happen. Like, as I already said, even the OTAs, like they're worth discussing a little bit, but the odds of anything major happening, anything that would draw everyone's attention, are slim. So basically, what I'm trying to get at here is that June is going to be a little bit of a slower month, and after months and months and months of uploading at least one video a day, at least one sports video a day, almost all Seahawks videos. This month, things are probably going to slow down dramatically, so I wanted to just talk about a few things concerning that, because for a long time now, I've been uploading at least one video a day. I think I can count on one hand's the number of times this year I haven't, and that's not going to be the case in June because there just isn't going to be enough to talk about. And I just wanted to kind of go over what my plans will be in this month, because just because there isn't a lot of Seahawks stuff to talk about doesn't mean I'm going to disappear from the internet. So, for those of you who maybe weren't familiar with some of the other things that are going on, I wanted to maybe draw you into that a little bit, give you an additional venue with which you can interact with me, an additional area in which you can talk with me about Seahawks stuff, and also my, I guess you could call it my strategy to deal with the lack of action in the month of June in terms of NFL news. Honestly, in June, no news is usually good news because it means nobody got hurt. So instead of doing one video every morning pretty much no matter what, I may have missed less than 5 days since the year turned over. I am going to make videos whenever something video worthy happens. If we extend Metcalf, that's a video. If we release LJ Collier, that's a video. Although from what we're hearing, that's not going to happen right now. If we trade for a player, that's a video. These kinds of things. If we sign KJ Wright, that's a video. Or if he becomes one of our coaches, that's a video. But I'm only going to make videos when something video worthy happens. And that might only be a handful of times this whole month, and it's not necessarily going to be predictable. So what we're probably going to do in the month of June is I'm going to try to do a YouTube stream, let's say twice a week. I don't know exactly what days of the week it's going to be. That's to be determined. But I am going to be doing a Let's Talk Seahawks stream twice a week for this month, just so we can keep things moving and I can continue to utilize the channel and still post good content without needing the Seahawks to do something interesting every single day. So there's going to be a discussion stream, an open discussion stream about Seahawks stuff twice a week for this month. And that's how we'll kind of form a bridge here. So I don't want this channel to get to a point where it's like, oh, I'm going to post one video a week after posting at least one video a day for months and months and months. So slower part of the off season notwithstanding, I know people are still going to have stuff they want to talk about. So this will give them an opportunity to do that. Also, I'm going to do at least one call-in stream on YouTube over the next month. I meant to do one right after the draft. It didn't happen. So we are going to do one of those streams at least be a call-in stream. So if you want to call in and actually discuss with me through voice, I'll put that on the schedule as soon as I can. But these are just some things that we can do to keep the intrigue up on this team and keep the discussion flowing, even though not a lot is happening necessarily. And other than that, the only other thing I want to say is I plan to do a little bit of a giveaway after the draft. I was going to do something that I've never done before. So that situation is going to be resolved throughout this month. I'm going to explain exactly what's going on there in the streams that I'm doing in June. So if you want to be a part of that, then you should definitely show up to at least some of those streams. I'll explain what's going on with that, and we'll have fun with it. Final point is, again, obviously, there's going to be fewer videos from me on this channel, but to those of you who maybe didn't know, I do have a Twitch. I'm streaming probably, I'd say, 5 to 6 times a week right now. Pretty much every evening, sometimes early to mid-afternoons on weekends or days off. Doing all kinds of stuff over on Twitch. We do Dead by Daylight constantly. We're trying the new Evil Dead game. I'm going through a playthrough of MLB The Show. We're doing Ghost of Tsushima. I'm playing some semi-retro games on PC as well. And we're always moving on to new stuff. It's always a variety of things that I play. So if you're not yet following me on Twitch and you want a place to interact with me, at least some, you can always participate in the chat over there. We're up to 190 followers on Twitch. So we're almost to 200. Hopefully we can get to 200 pretty quickly here. And for those of you who maybe weren't aware that I had a Twitch, there you go. That's actually the best way to interact with me in real time now. Better than the comments, because I'm actually going to be there at the moment a comment is made if it's on Twitch. I also have a Twitter. If you look down below in the video description, there's a link to my Twitter. I don't use it a ton right now, but I'm probably going to be using it more when the NFL season starts. Mostly I use it to post alerts when I go live on Twitch or when I post a video on YouTube. So if that's something that is useful to you, you can follow it there. But eventually I am going to start using it more for normal tweets, actual like sports stuff. Going to be more Mariners stuff on there, I think, right now, because the Mariners are actually playing. But that would be a good place to follow me, and even DM me if you want to interact with me in that way. We have a Discord server. We've had it for almost 2 years now. So if you use Discord and you did not know that I had a server, we've got close to 200 members in there now. So you can join and participate in the discussion over there if you would like. And I think that's about it in terms of updates for this upcoming month. I just kind of wanted to run through what this month would be like for this channel. It's going to be slower. But it's not like there's anything going on behind the scenes with me where I can't make videos or I'm losing interest. I think everyone understands that football-wise there isn't a ton going on right now. There is going to be a few Mariners videos. I might even do a Mariners watch-along stream. But for the moment, the football stuff is going to slow down pretty significantly. So those are some things I'm kind of doing to try to help bridge the gap. But that basically runs it all down. So I'll see you guys later, but there's your state of the online presence for the month of June. See you guys later. Go Hawks.